everyone, we're going to solve the equation sine 4 theta minus sine of 6 theta equals 0 on the interval 0 to 2 pi. So we'll get started. I want to use my sum to product formula here, and it has this form given here. So what I'm going to do is write this as a product using, this is your u and this is your v. So what we'll get is 2 cosine of 4 theta, and then we have plus 6 theta divided by 2 times sine of 4 theta minus 6 theta divided by 2. So I just rewrote it using my formula. Now simplifying this is 10 theta. So 10 theta divided by 2 is 5 theta. This one's going to be negative 2 theta. Negative 2 theta divided by 2 is negative theta. Sine is an odd function. So with my odd-even properties, I can call this positive, but put the negative in front. And now we have two terms here. We can take this one and set it to 0. If I take this one, I have sine of theta equals 0. Well, sine is 0, that's your y, at 0 and pi. So our theta equals 0 and pi. This one's more of the problem one. So basically, before we get started, if I have negative 2 cosine of 5 theta, and set that to 0, if I divide both sides by negative 2, I have cosine of 5 theta equals 0. You just divide both sides by negative 2. So basically, we're dealing with this. All right, so let's get started on that one. We have cosine of 5 theta equals 0. So we're looking for where cosine is 0. Cosine is 0 here and here. That's at pi divided by 2 and 3 pi divided by 2. So if this were alpha, then my alpha would be pi divided by 2, 3 pi divided by 2. We want this argument to be these. So I have to solve for my angle theta to make it true. So we're going to take 5 theta, and we want it to equal alpha. Well, the first alpha is pi divided by 2, and then you write plus 2k pi. And your second one is 3 pi divided by 2 plus 2k pi. Now let's multiply each of these by 1/5 so we can isolate theta. So we're going to get theta equals pi divided by 10 plus 2k pi divided by 10. Theta equals 3 pi divided by 10 plus 2k pi divided by 5. And the next step I want to do, this is supposed to be 5. The next thing I want to do is make both of these a 10. So if I make this 10, then really what we have is theta equals pi divided by 10 plus 4k pi divided by 10. And this one's going to be theta equals 3 pi divided by 10 plus 4k pi divided by 10. Now all I have to do is use my rotations, and we want to get from 0 to 2 pi, but not equal to pi. Since my common denominator is 10, we don't want to go higher than 20 pi divided by 10. It can't equal that. It has to be less than that. All right, so first of all, we already had our two solutions as 0. I'm just going to stick them up here for now so I don't forget. 0, and pi. That was for our sine of theta equals 0. So if k is 0, so if I let k equals 0, we're going to get theta equals pi divided by 10. And this one we're going to get theta equals 3 pi divided by 10. So if k is 1, what you're doing is you keep adding 4 pi divided by 10. All right, so I'm going to add 4 pi. So this is 5 pi divided by 10. Then if I add 4 to that, that's going to be 9 pi divided by 10. If I add 4 to that, it's 13 pi divided by 10. Add another 4, that's 17 pi divided by 10. If I add another 4, I'm going to be too high. All right. Now, I don't know. You could simplify this one to pi divided by 2. Now, let's do the same thing for this one. We keep adding 4 pi divided by 10. So add 4 to 3 pi, you get 7 pi divided by 10. Add 4 11 pi divided by 10. 15 pi divided by 10. And then we'll have 19 pi divided by 10. Including these two. So if I write them all out, and I'm going to simplify, this one can be reduced, and this one, and then I'm going to write these two. I'm going to write all the solutions down for you, because there's no room here. So all your solutions are going to equal. I'm going to go from least to greatest. You don't have to, but pi divided by 10, 3 pi divided by 10. This was 5 pi divided by 10, which can reduce to pi divided by 2, 7 pi divided by 10, 9 pi divided by 10, and then we had pi, 11 pi divided by 10, 13 pi divided by 10. We had 15 pi divided by 10, which is 3 pi divided by 2. And then I'm going to scoot down here. 17 pi divided by 10 and 19 pi divided by 10. So that's it. That's all your solutions. That's what happens when this denominator gets, the bigger this denominator, the more solutions you're going to have over the interval from 0 to 2 pi. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.